We are often kind to others, but also very quick to judge them, react to something they did, or misunderstand. Compassion is the ability to recognize when someone is struggling and choosing to respond with care instead of judgment. It isn't just about being nice, it's about being aware. It's about pausing enough to realize there's always more to the story. Someone's tone, their behavior, their reaction. It's not random. It's coming from somewhere. And compassion means not jumping to conclusions, but lean into understanding. Now, that doesn't mean you agree with everything, and it doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect. Real compassion holds boundaries, but without anger or ego or unnecessary harshness. For example, my kid came back home today from daycare and he was very cranky and he wanted everything that he cared about: lollipops, muffins, and cereals, and didn't want to do anything with the dinner. Now, it's very easy for me to say, this is the dinner that we got, and that's what you're gonna eat. Or the other option for me is to have some compassion and understand. Maybe he didn't sleep well during nap time today. Maybe he did not have a very good day. So compassion at that time for me was just to understand that he could have had a tough day at school or daycare. I was able to understand that and hold boundaries, to not give everything that he's asking me to do. So having compassion for me meant having the boundary to not give in, but also understand that he needs my love and attention. I was talking to him and I was asking him how his day was like, but also trying to feed him a nutritious meal and not just lollipops and candy. That's compassion. If I talk about friends, it means checking in. I wonder what's wrong with them. So you pick up the phone and call them and say, what's up with you lately? We haven't gotten in touch. Are you upset? For what's going on? If I'm at work, it's basically remembering that other people are human too, and not just their roles, and they can forget deadlines, and they have other responsibilities too. So not judging them. And even with yourself, it's giving yourself a moment to pause instead of immediately criticizing. That's self-compassion. So if compassion is one of your core values, which for me at least is, you don't judge others. Every time when someone reacts, I'm not saying you're always gonna be a saint and never react or never respond in a way that's less than ideal. But in general, if you are a compassionate person and if compassion is something that you value, you're gonna interact with people on a different level. You're gonna understand that underneath their behavior or their anger or their frustration or whatever behavior they're showing is something happening. So you would have compassion for them and understanding for them. And so you pause before judging. You listen more than you assume. And you speak with care even when the conversation is difficult. And you don't let your emotions control the way you treat people. You stop asking what's right and start asking what's really going on here. So ask yourself in your daily life, because if you are trying to understand them, then that probably means that you also value compassion, just like I do. Stay connected.